Hi guys and welcome back to Crypto Chester. My name is Chester and today I'm going to be walking you through the Bitcoin charts. First things first, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin here on the short term. That's the 1 hour. Then we're going to go through to the 4 hour, the midterm. Then we're going to be hitting up the long term. Quite a few interesting things going on there as well. I'm not going to keep you guys too long here for this BTC update. Just going back, starting off on the short term here. Just going back to where we were last week for the short position that we did get involved with. Amazing stuff to anyone who did jump in with this. My entry point was around here, as stated. We were waiting for a horizontal break, and also it was the break of a falling parallel channel to the downside, coming like so, and also a rising parallel channel to the upside. So the break to the downside, the measure move was quite big. Didn't quite get it all the way, unfortunately, just because we do the whole stagger take profits and stop loss at entry as soon as we hit our first take profits for that security, and also we did come down to that volume weighted ATR band as well there. So in terms of position of how much profit I did make from that, it was around 1.32%, so not too bad at all, right? But yeah, moving on from that now, because obviously that position is basically finished now. Let's basically do some fresh T8 for BTC today and see what we can come up with in terms of potential trade for the day to be looking out for there. I'm looking for I can see like a falling wedge at this point in time, so let's get that drawn in and see if we can get some measure moves drawn out from there as well, to see if we can get some sort of price prediction and some sort of entry point for a nice BTC trade today. Nothing I say is financial advice, guys. Please go do your own research before entering any positions that I do say on this channel in terms of videos or streams here. But yeah, I'm here to educate you guys, and that's basically it. As you can see here, we do have a falling wedge chart pattern like so, guys. Looking pretty good in terms of the resistance to the top side. As you can see, it is these areas like so. Very, very nice levels of resistance here, and we are actually currently coming up to approaching one, right? It's quite interesting here because we are going to be looking for a breakout scenario, because it is a falling wedge, guys. Falling wedges, they tend to usually break to the upside, so we're going to be looking for a potential cheeky little long here, nice juicy long to the upside. In terms of the support to the lower side that we are looking for here, in this chart pattern, you can see that we have actually hit this multiple times recently, and actually we are seeing a bit of support coming through there, which is obviously very positive, looking for that breakout to the upside. In terms of a percentage for this trade, it's not going to be big, guys. It's not going to be big. It's going to be quite small. This is the measure move that we are looking for here for this quite small position here. But hey, it's still a position nonetheless. Still a nice little scalp to get involved with on the hourly chart, right? This is sort of the break that I'm looking for here. Obviously, still speculatively speaking on how we are going to break to the upside here. In terms of a price gain for this for BTC, it's going to be looking at around a 1.87% there. So still quite nice, just for probably like a 3 or 4 hour trade there. So really, really quite good. In terms of a breakout scenario, guys, I'm not going to be getting in until we've cleared at least this wick here in terms of the horizontal here. So the breakout point that I'm really looking for is an entry around 38,431, and then basically longing that all the way up. My first take profit is going to be somewhere along here. You can see the support along these zones here. You can see these areas are heavily respected in terms of support, so we know that's going to be acting as a point of resistance as well, as you can see here from this filthy little wick to the upside here on that candle there. So this is going to be our first take profit if we're going to be getting inside of this area, obviously going on candle body closes here on the hourly, guys. This is going to be very interesting to see how this does actually react, just because if we do get candle body close here, we will be getting in here instead, right? We just have to wait for that candle body close and see where the best area to get into is. Another area of support I am looking for there, in terms of another take profit here, is going to be here. You can see these levels, very, very crucial stuff going on here. So that's definitely something that's not going to be overlooked, and we are going to basically be using to our advantage for a take profit there. And the final might have another take profit in here, around here, because you can see we do have a bit of consolidation in terms of these candles, and you can see it does consolidate in that area quite a lot. But yeah, it might have another one in there. We'll just see how it goes in terms of the trade. But yeah, that's sort of the trade that I would be looking for, staggering those take profits up. Once you hit your first take profit, you move your stop loss to your entry point, right? That's what we do there. Banks basically avoids a lot of losses, right? Basically gives you a little security blanket coming through. Yeah, that's why we'll be looking for a BTC break to the upside. Bit of positivity for that, guys. If we jump to the RSI ever so quickly, you can see we are actually seeing a bullish divergence play out here, and that's obviously pushing the price up. So that is giving us a little bit more confidence to the upside for this breakout scenario coming through there. And we are looking at potentially seeing a trend line coming through like so from these two highs. So it's definitely going to be a point to be looking out for there. If we do see a break to the upside there, we will see a break as well on the RSI, which is obviously going to be another level of confirmation to be looking out for there. Very good stuff indeed. Straight to the MACD, you can see we're near enough forming an uptrend coming through there. No real trend cycle coming through as of yet. We could be going on this high coming down like so, and this is going to be very interesting to see as well, because it is exactly the same scenario coming through as the RSI with that trend line, because if we do see a break coming through around 65 on the MACD, we're going to see a bit more of an upswing for a really nice, more momentum for this trend, right, for on the MACD here, and that's basically going to be bringing us all the way up to 159. So if that is going to happen, we're going to be looking for the breakout here, the breakout on the RSI, and the breakout on the chart. So yeah, it's looking really, really quite positive here on the short term for this 1.87% to the upside. So please, please, please keep your eyes peeled, guys. That's what we are looking for today on the short term. Let's move through to a moving average, and let's see what we've got on the moving average coming through here. We do have quite a lot of strong moving averages, guys, but if we do get above the 21 moving average here, in the breakout scenario, we've got the price action chance to be coming down to our first take profit as well, so that is lining up pretty perfectly, and I presume the 55 will come down and bang this take profit as well in terms of resistance. So yes, looking pretty good, I would say, actually looking really, really quite good, I would say. Another key point that I do want to cover here is this volume weighted ATR band, this little green bad boy coming through here. We do heavily respect this, guys, in terms of levels of support and resistance, and that is literally, you can see the respect on this green bad boy coming through here. You can see we're near enough coming to that level there, and if we can get above that, money, cold hard cash is going to be put into our pockets for free, right? It's going to be very, very good indeed. So that's another level of confirmation that we are looking for another leg up. Very good stuff indeed. Jumping through to the midterm here for BTC, I do want to talk about the Fibonacci retracement coming through on the 4 hour. We all know about this huge parallel channel, which we're currently inside of this massive ranging period. We've got support to the lower side here, guys. We've got resistance to the top side as well. So we are looking for which way we're going to go, whether we're going to come to the top side here or the bottom side here. If we're going to come to the bottom side here, we're going to see BTC back at 34,900. For me personally, at this time, with everything that's going on in the world, I do expect BTC to be going up to 50k, coming down to 30k, and just ranging in this sort of area, right? That's what I would really expect for BTC. I don't see us going to the 100k level any sort of time soon with how volatile all the other markets are being, and we know obviously crypto is the most volatile at this time. So in terms of what we are seeing here in this most recent downtrend, we have actually crossed the 50% mark there. We have actually crossed the 50% mark for this uptrend, right? So this basically gives us a new downtrend to be looking out for there, guys. A new downtrend in terms of Fibonacci retracement to be looking out for there, which is really, really quite interesting, right? It's really, really quite interesting to see, because it basically shows that we are having confirmation to the downside of this downtrend playing out. So just going on this Fibonacci retracement for now, if we do see this level actually get formed in terms of level of support, candle body close, you can see we're hovering on the 0.618 at this time. If we can get a candle body close there, I would expect a leg up to 38,676, and maybe even come back to that 0.5 central point for the Fibonacci retracement there as well. Quite interesting stuff to see indeed. You can see moving averages there. We're all pretty far apart in terms of these moving averages, guys, and that when we have moving averages that are far apart and they are trending down like that, it basically is confirmation that we are looking for quite a strong trend to the downside. We also did have them all coiled up as well, and you can see the dump, the progressive dump to the downside from these coiled up moving averages that we do talk about quite a lot. So it's basically a nice good sign, nice good bit of education there for you guys to be referencing. But yeah, in terms of this is obviously the Fibonacci retracement for the uptrend there, and we have crossed that 50% mark, guys. So what do? We're basically going to be drawing in another one, right? We're going to be drawing in a downtrend coming through here, and that is going to be doing something along the lines of this. We're going to be looking at a downtrend going through like this, going from the swing high to the swing low, and this is where it gets quite interesting, because we are looking for the confirmation now for the reversal of this downtrend, and that's going to be around 41,300. Definitely a point to be looking out for there, because if we do get to that level, we will be above all major moving averages from there, which is obviously going to be a very, very interesting point to be looking out for there as well. So that's what I would say on the the midterm time frame. But at this point in time, we are still ranging in that sort of area, and that's why we are scalping here on the shorter term time frames instead, looking for that falling wedge break there. In terms of the longer term time frame, guys, let's jump to that ever so quickly. And we were talking about the idea of a golden cross coming through, with the 50 moving average coming through, the 50 SMA and the 200 SMA coming down. Potential for a golden cross coming through here. We've got the VPVR coming through there as well. Very, very strong at this level. We were talking about that last week. This is obviously going to be a very, very key area, and it showed resistance, heavy resistance coming through there. So if we do see any more momentum to the upside there, these are the areas we're going to be looking for there. We've got the 55 moving averages, the 50 moving average as well coming through there. This is the 41 to 43, more 44 there. So 41 to 44 there. These are the areas that we really need to be looking out for there, because you can see on the VPVR, that's definite resistance to be looking out for there as well. Now also, just to clarify, we have lost a very, very crucial Fibonacci retracement line in terms of on the macro scale, right? So if we're looking at the all-time high for BTC around 69k to the swing low down around 32k for this most recent downtrend, we know the confirmation area for the reversal of the trend is the 0.5 on the Fibonacci retracement, that 50% middle point there. We haven't quite got there yet in terms of this downtrend, right? We haven't quite got there. So it basically shows we are still in a downtrend. Unfortunately, on the macro, we are still in a downtrend. We haven't had that confirmation. And some more bad news, guys. Unfortunately, we have lost the 0.236 Fibonacci retracement there, which does show downwards momentum, right? But please remember, we are scalping here on the shorter term time frame. So what I would expect, it does look fairly bullish for the moment here. We could be seeing 39k coming up again. Let's have a look at our final take profit for this for this falling wedge chart pattern, and you can see that's bang on 39k there. So yeah, I would expect us to come up, test this Fibonacci retracement here, and then probably have a bit more continuation to the downside. You can also see on the VPVR here, it is very strong in terms of level of support. But yeah, that's gonna be it from me, guys. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the score. Let me know in the comments what you think is going to happen with BTC, because that'd be really, really interesting to see the sentiment there. But yeah, for now, it's going to be peace out and goodbye from me, Crypto Chester.